Hello, beautiful, blessed family. Uh, so much has been going on, and kind of an accelerated training for me and a lot of us who are, people say targeted, but that sounds so harsh and it's not flattering because I do believe, I say it's an honor to be chosen to do our work for our Heavenly Father. It really is. It's not easy, like I said. Anyway, there's a lot I want to share with you in relations to warfare. I've been sharing a lot about prepping, but I think that a lot of people have been alluding to this, and it's true. We should be preparing those of us who are awake to know how to war in the spirit, how to pray, how to worship, how to fast. So that is been a lot of my training. And the reason why initially, at some point I was saying that our Heavenly Father was dealing with some of the hurts I've gone through in the past so that I could learn how to fast and do without foods, because we really do eat too much, firstly. Secondly, fasting is an important part of our life. Since I did my 40-day fast, I mean, when I did it, people were like, I had a lot of people, a lot of trolls on my channel, on this channel, our Heavenly Father's channel, coming on saying how I was going to try, I'm just killing people, blah, blah, blah. But since then, if you notice on YouTube, tons of doctors and tons of people have come out as experts on fasting, intermittent fasting, OMAD diet. I'm like, where out of the woodworks did all these professionals come from? And talking about how it heals the body. And Dr. Fung, he's from Toronto. I'm so impressed. I'm continue to be impressed with his work and his forthrightness with coming with the truth. And I don't know how he's working because what he's saying totally contradicts what he learned in school. So for us who are believers, I'm not exactly sure of the details that's going to happen during the 3 days of darkness. It is going to happen, but I do believe that those of us who have been prepared are being prepared to do something in that time. And I think we'll know in that time whether or not we've done a good job preparing for that time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you a few things that I learned in this about the spiritual realm as a more seasoned believer. Where am I looking? Okay, so when I first, well, I think it was last Christmas, I was talking about how Christmas and other things are like a gateway. How Christmas is like something that they kind of like, as soon as Halloween's over, they kind of ramp people up about gifts and giving, and the expectations are high, and people don't even think about debt or credit, the consequences of putting things on credit, until shortly after Christmas. So not even that. Boxing Day, then the shopping continues, and then the New Year, then they start talking about debt and getting over debt and stress and all that kind of stuff. And it's all planned. It's all orchestrated beyond to make people it's beyond money. It's about beyond debt. It's more about opening gateways. Do you notice how they say that winter, they get your flu shot, you know, people get to avoid getting sick? Getting sick has nothing to do with the cold. I'm living proof. I have been followed by witches and warlocks for this maybe my entire life, because as a child I got sick a lot because I didn't understand the spiritual realm. But as I started to understand the spiritual realm, the attacks of the enemy were actually a physical force I could feel on my chest. And at some points, it's almost like if you remember watching a superhero movie where a superhero might get hit with an attack from the enemy and he'll be down for a second, but then he revives. That's kind of how it's been. Like I feel like I've been attacked, and it's by some force. Like I feel like they do something, get to know you, get to know your weaknesses, things that bother you. They deliberately do those things. And then when they think that you are upset or angry, every fruit of the Spirit that's not of our Heavenly Father. So anything that contradicts the fruits of the Spirit, Galatians 5. If you're feeling angry, sad, frustrated, annoyed, any of those things, then they attack and hope that you get sick. So it could be the flu, it could be a cough. I've been attacked everywhere. I've been attacked like where I thought that part of my body felt like numb, like I was actually going to experience some kind of like a stroke or something at some point. I've experienced like joint pain at some point. But then when you stay in the realm of the spirit, when you stay patient, kind, forgiving, those things, it doesn't impact you. It doesn't stay, or it doesn't work. They've tried doing a forceful, like, continue, or well, every time I went, there was someone there in the situation to continue to do these attacks, where I was constantly being bombarded with attacks. They've indoctrinated my family members to do the same thing. So this doesn't. Someone was saying maybe you should go to another city. This is not about a city. This is about being. If I went to another country, it would be the same. This is not about countries. This idea of countries and stuff like that is an illusion. If you are someone who our Heavenly Father's chosen, it doesn't matter where you go, it is what it is. Okay? So spiritually speaking, if you know the scriptures and you know what the expectations are in relations to the realm of the spirit, you know what this, in spite of what you may feel or things that are happening around you, you need to stay within the realm of the spirit, which has been the most difficult thing. Imagine someone knowing your deepest, darkest issues, like, so things that bother you since a child. Like, I've had issues with food. Well, that's been my comfort since I was 4 or 3. I remember I think I shared the story about the first time that something happened where my mom had offered me food as comfort, and that's became my crutch. And that seems to be the biggest thing, because we need to fast. And so when the attacks come, I've been fighting this thing about eating, and then my answer, remember I told you that at some point in my life I was bulimic. So the answer at some points were to eat and then to purge. It was the biggest struggle ever. So our Heavenly Father's been working that out in me. The attacks, I don't know, the attacks aren't going to stop, because this is a war. And so I just want to let you know what's been going on, and to stay in the Word. Galatians is a good one to know what the fruits of the spirits are and what the signs of someone who's not of our Heavenly Father. There's people that I know and people that I've met who claim to be Christian. I'm not certain whether they're Christian and have been indoctrinated by the enemy for, I don't know, to pay off their bills, or for a promise to a new house or whatever, or if they were really witches and warlocks and pretending to be Christian, because 80% of the churches, I'll tell you right now, are not of our Heavenly Father. They're full of witchcraft, they're full of witches and warlocks. I don't even know what the point is of getting dressed up and going to church. I really don't. I don't get it. So anyway, just wanted to give you that a little update. If there's anything I've shared just now that you want more detailed information, I know it was kind of like a bombardment of different things, but there's so much I want to share. The more I just gotta keep on envisioning myself being discussed in the spiritual realm, and those of us who are targeted, you can empathize with what I'm saying or relate, because I keep on thinking back to Job, about how Satan and our Heavenly Father had a discussion about Job, and for the ones who have been selected for this time, I'm telling you, they are studying us constantly. And if you think whoever is preaching that the enemy can't hear your thoughts, they're lying. Either they're lying or they don't know what they're talking about. The enemy, Satan, does know our thoughts. And I'm going to share with you a clip or an article on tools that they've used to train people's mind to be able to read people's thoughts. So this idea of court and about finding out if people are guilty is a big facade. I guarantee you that most people who are in jail, a lot of them who say they're innocent, they are. And they know who is guilty from the beginning. They know. They definitely know. Anyway, it's just, there's so much I could share. Anyway, I pray that this was helpful. I'm going to cut that part. There's a part where someone was, well, every time I'm doing a video, people want to be on my videos to say they've been in it. So I just want to quickly just say I hope this was helpful. And if you found that this was helpful and that there's anything I've shared that you want me to expand on in relation to the spiritual realm, please indicate in the comment section, because I do want you to know to be armed. to be armed, to be able to pray in war. Okay, you need to know which demons are, what their names are. You need to be able to call them. We've been given authority to trample on serpents and scorpions and all matter of evil. Nothing by any means shall harm you. But you need to know what their names are, so you could be able to call them, bind them, and cast them out. Right? Beyond the normal ones, like I come against the spirit, like people are angry, come against the spirit of anger. There's actually, like, there's behemoth, leviathan, python. Those are all demons. Those are the strong man. They have names. Okay, just letting you know. All right. Until next time, be blessed. Remember, you're made marvelously. I love you. Our Heavenly Father loves you so much more. Be blessed.